My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
The Balls of Speed will be out there. The Golden Horse Sprint Grade 1. Who's going to be the Ball of Speed over 1,200 meters? We'll find out at approximately 15:50 when these top-class athletes match their motors against one another. Now let's take a look at number 12, Eden Rock, running at Scottsville on the 6th of the 6th, 2021, and that's when he finished second last year out. And then we also got interviews.
And Warriors Rest is still right there. Battle Force becomes a big runner. MK's Pride comes out. Bahika Ultra Magnus on the outside. Captain Tattoos on the inside. Eden Rock, Vaz Vicky no laying up. It's Battle Force just the leader. Eden Rock on the inside. Eden Rock and Battle Force over the line as one, and then MK's Pride.
Yeah, as they say, blinker strike. He has worked exceptionally well in the blinkers. He's an older horse. So hopefully the blinkers are going to do the trick with him. His work has been great in the lead up. He looks magnificent in himself. He was a very narrow loser of this race 2 years ago, and now he's been racing off a rating of a 120 for months and months and months. He's now dropped back to a more reasonable 114. It's the lowest rating he's raced at for a long, long time. So at his best, I expect a very pleasing run from him.
Yeah, I think last time out we made a mistake by dropping him out from that draw. He just spat the dummy out and wasn't travelling, and when they turned it on, he was a little bit flat-footed. I think we've learnt a lot from that. He likes to rather race in your hands and on the bit. We're super excited about him. I've been trying to win this race for many, many years. It's been a tough race. When it was called Gilby's back then, we tried, and shows I've been around for a while. But yeah, look, I think he's got all the credentials to be a winner. He's absolutely flying. He looks $1 million. Bringing him back to the sprint has been the best thing we've done. When you win a Group 1 mile as a 2-year-old, you think you can get the mile, but the other horses catch up to you, and he's got so much speed. And I just think we went the wrong track in during the Cape. I'm so glad that we've brought him back to the sprint, and you're going to see he'll be very competitive in all the sprints. So yeah, it's a wide open field. There's lots of good horses. Sean Terry's got a fantastic. He's just a fantastic trainer, and he gets him to peak on this big day. I mean, he won 3 of the 4 the 1 year. And I'm sure he'll be trying again. He's also the best weighted in the horse, so both his runners are the best weighted. A little bit of form at the moment, but as I say, he's a man that always brings him to the fall. So it's really open, but we're very, very chuffed with where we are at the moment.
Yes, he's probably the best proven horse in his yard, but not because of those. Obviously, he's earned it, winning group races in Joburg, and last time he had a mishap at the start. He turned his head sideways, got left 2 to 3 lengths, and still managed to run 4th in the Group 1 in the top class company. So I'm expecting a massive run from him. 1200 has always been a bit of a test for him, but the way he was running over in that computer form sprint make him a big runner.
Yes, our expectations are quite high with him. He's a smart horse. 1200 is his optimum distance. I think he'll excel on the track because he does run on. I felt the 14 last time in the drill was a touch too far, and they went at a decent clip. So in saying that, I think he's going to be in the money. He's a 3-year-old only, carrying quite a bit of weight, so that's a negative, and there is a big turnaround in the weights with, I think it's Warriors Rest, with him on their previous outing. But he is improving, and he should be in the money.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think he won it in 2019. He won this race in 2019. He's in a really good space. He's doing really well back at home. And yeah, I think he's well weighted, and I really do think he's got a massive chance. As you say, it's a competitive race, so I think a lot has to go our way, and hopefully with a bit of luck, he can make it another winner.
I think with 56 kilos, he looks to be the sort of horse to train your exotics. He didn't give me the like a great feel when I rode him in a 5 furlong at Tiffontein. You know, bearing in mind that he came off a very long layoff, and Mr. Terry was very clear. He said, "Look, the horse is going to be outpaced. He's looking for a bit further trip, and you know, starting all over." And he ran in between that. He got beat 4 lengths. I thought it was a great run. But when he travels down to KZN, he just turns it on. He's the next level horse, and he's got phenomenal form at Scottsville. So he's a dangerous sort of horse for that race. I'd always respect him and put him in all your exotics.
He's very well in himself. He's come on nicely since his first up run, which he needed. I don't think Greyville is his ideal track. He's a long striding horse, and he probably just needs to use his action early. But he's in a good space heading in. He's certainly one for the shortlist.
Yeah, look, very, very smart sprinter. Last time in the Guineas went very slow, and he quickened to win the race, but he just ran out of puff the last bit. But very smart sprinter. Look forward to riding him. Got the outside draw, got a little bit of pace around him. So with a bit of luck, he's probably my best on the day, and I'm really going into this race confident.
We're going to see the best of the best sprinters in the country for the Golden Horse Sprint Grade 1 over the 1200. Now, when it comes down to the crunch, highly competitive. Number 12, Eden Rock at 10 and 12 to 1. My value selection from the Sean Terry outfit. That'll be my first pick. Now, if you have a look at this individual, course and distance, 4 runs for the 2 wins and a second. So 50% win strike rate, and then a good second to Battle Force last year when beaten an absolute whisker. Having a chat to Sean Terry, he agrees this is the lurker on the card in the race. Chimichurri Run number 10, I think he's a horse who's going to be in the mix of things. And of course, you can never leave out number 15, Cosmic Highway. He's quite versatile, but Graham, when it comes to sprints, he can certainly turn it on, a lethal turn of foot.
Well, I think he probably is a specialist sprinter. Cosmic Highway is unbeaten 2 from 2 over the distance. You heard Keegan DeMello there. He's very upbeat about the chances of number 15, Cosmic Highway. Is the ruling favourite at 5 to 2. And he is my solid first choice. I think he's the best horse in the race. He's in good form. He's a young horse with plenty of scope still for further improvement. He's not done as much mileage as many of the others have done, so he's young and he's fresh, and he should take a ton of beating here. This race always has the potential to produce an upset result, but like you, my next choice would be number 12, Eden Rock, who looks very good value at 12 and 14 to 1, Eden Rock. And, you know, Sean Terry loves this day and he loves this race. And I'm expecting Eden Rock to give a very, very good account of himself. But there are so many others. We could mention them all. They've got chances. But as you'll see from my Dlala slide, they're going to bring up my Dlala slide in just a moment. I've gone with number 15, Cosmic Highway, is one of my suggested place accumulator bankers. I'm really confident he'll give a good account of himself. He'll probably win it and certainly run into the first 3. My second choice is number 12, Eden Rock. Glenn Cotson's number 6, Good Traveller, is my third choice. And then, Sheldon, I've gone with number 17, Tempting Fate, as my fourth choice because we record this on a Friday morning. He is Reserve 1. He's won 3 out of 4 at Hollywood Bet Scottsville. He loves the track. He won a Grade 1 on this day as a 2-year-old. I was a little surprised he was left out, to be honest. If he gets a run, watch out, boys. Tempting Fate is definitely a runner. But in the meantime, my Dlala swinger is 12 and 15, Eden Rock and Cosmic Highway.
100% Graham. If Tempting Fate does happen to get a run, certainly he'll be featuring in the firing lineup. But when it comes to my Dlala selections, I'm going to go with the 12, Eden Rock, to beat number 15, Cosmic Highway, 13, Battle Force, and number 10, Chimichurri Run. And when it comes to the Dlala bet, number 12, Eden Rock at around 10 and 12 to 1. I think that could be the each-way play as far as the Golden Horse Sprint Grade 1 goes. We'll see who's got that need for speed and comes out in the winner's box.
Good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, you know, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.